legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathing in through our noses and out through our mouth. Bringing our energy in control, our thoughts in control. At any given moment in time, we take control of our breathing. We take control of our thoughts. So right now, let's see ourselves. Let's see it in our minds so clearly that it feels real. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can on all the exercises and stretches and movements we do today together. Feel the power of that determination, your determination, your power to determine, to take control of your breathing, your mind, your body, and your life. It's the same power we can use to control our destiny, our future. See, you are so powerful, you get to go into the future. You get to see in your mind what you want to bring out into the world and make real. Right here, right now, in the present, the greatest gift we have, always. So let's go, determination. Let's go. Determine. See it in your mind. Don't choose and lose. Determine and win. See it in your mind. Yourself doing the best you can, not just here and now, but always in the gym of life. You grow your mind all the time. Alright, good morning, determination. Here we are, another day. We get to work on our minds and our bodies together, right here, right now. What a day it is. I don't know where you are right now, if you're inside your own home, or if you're outdoors, wherever you are, feel the power of everything around us. Feel the power of you, right here, right now, together, united, through this time we have. So let's go, everybody. When I say go, we're going to start with our usual jog on the spot, or you can walk on the spot, but whatever you do, always do it to the best of your ability. So here we go. Ready? And go. Enjoy every moment, every time you move your body, every time you work on your body. You're working on your mind too. See, you're the boss. You're the boss of your mind and your body, not the other way around. And we prove it every time we take control of our breathing. We feel that power of us, the real us, our determination. Determining to stay here and now and do the best we can with whatever we got right here, right now. Almost there, everyone. Almost there. And walk again. All right. Just gonna walk side to side. You can walk on the spot. Take control of your. Feel that power of you, the real you, taking charge of your breathing right here, right now. Isn't it amazing? Feel that power. That's you. That's all of us. That's everything together as one. Alright everyone, here we go. Determination. Let's do our stretches. First we'll do shoulder rolls, 10 forward. Here we go. Ready? And go. 10 forward, and we'll go backwards. Okay, backwards, 10 backwards. Roll your shoulders all the way up and around. Always do the best you can, just focusing on the here and now, right now. Feeling the power of all of us united together in this moment. Growing our minds and our bodies. Alright, let's do arm circles forward. Feel that joy of moving your arms through space. Unbelievable. What a day. Wherever you are. No matter what the weather is, no matter whether you're indoors or outdoors, enjoy this moment fully. And backwards. There's no greater joy in working on ourselves, growing our minds and our bodies all the time to be the best we can be, no matter what. Alright, hands on your hips, bend your knees, and side stretches. We're doing 5 on each side. Alright, good, and let's do twists. 5 on each side again, feet flat on the floor. Let's do 5 push-ups. Do your best. If you have to bring your knees down on the floor, that's okay. Alright, let's do 5 sit-ups. Wow, what a day. What a moment. What a life. Alright, and stand up. And let's do 5 squats. Here we go. That's 5 squats. All the way down, all the way up, feet flat on the floor, looking straight ahead. Good, let's do lunges now, 3 on each side. Forget your breathing. Control your breathing. Good, alright, 10-second plank, belly's knees off the ground. Hold it for 10 seconds. Come on up again, everyone. And let's reach for the sky or the ceiling, wherever we are. Here we go. On your toes. Reach. Hold it for 10. Okay, now reach for your toes. Straight knees. Here we go. That joy of you striving, reaching safely without hurting yourself. Alright, good. And let's grab one leg and balance.
Yeah.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
I can feel it.
And we gon' make you lose your mind.
Yeah.
We just wanna see you
shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl.
girl, she on my jock, Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Top jeans tattoo, cause I'm rock, raw. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yeah, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
Party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time.
yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Feel it,
And we
man.
gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
Rely on Lionel Messi. Created the first, scored the second.
The big occasion.
Hi again, everybody. Today, Sadhguru shares more wisdom with us, and his 7th rule for success is fix yourself. This is the greatest thing ever, is that empowers us and gets us to lock in to the fact that this, our brain, the most powerful thing in the universe, has the capability, by making a choice like fix yourself, to go after your happiness. It is something that comes from within. It's nothing outside of you. Nothing at all no material thing can bring this. So, but you can fix yourself. I got great news for you. I am on the path to fixing myself. And I believe 95 to 98% of us can go on this path of taking our life to the true level of happiness, inner happiness that we deserve. I hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
If you're not chasing freedom, you're wasting your life. Kevin O'Leary believes true success isn't about greed or wealth, it's about setting yourself free to live life on your terms. Most people don't realize that with $5 million invested wisely, you can secure financial independence forever. In these top 10 rules, O'Leary reveals that entrepreneurship is not about working less, but about finding something you love so much you work harder than ever. He challenges everyone to stop settling, to find their passion, and to build a life where no one else is calling the shots. Freedom isn't a dream, it's a choice.
Need motivation?
Watch the top 10 on Motivation Nation.
Believe Nation.
Oh, Believe Nation. Okay. All right, here we go.
Need motivation?
Watch the top 10 on Believe Nation.
And if you make it all the way to the end of the video, leave a hashtag Believe in the comments below so I can celebrate with you. Believe. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Know when to take risks.
You have to get to a place where you have $5 million in the bank, because you can survive the rest of your life no matter what happens, and your family. You can take care of a lot of people making 6 or 7% of $5 million. When you make that, you have to set that aside and you don't risk it. And then after that, you can start to take risk capital and put it to work.
Rule number 2 is be passionate.
I teach a lot now, young entrepreneurs. And I'm beginning to realize that a lot of people are confused about what it takes to be successful. And I don't mean just money. It's not, I don't get up in the morning and say, I want to be richer. I don't give a shit. I don't need any more money. But you don't get rich pursuing the greed of money. You get rich because you're passionate about something. It's a business you start, and you're willing to work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and then one day we wake up and you're filthy rich. And the benefit of that is freedom to do whatever you want. You want to buy a watch, you can do it. You want to buy a car, you can do it. You want to take your family somewhere, you can do it. But mostly what happens, and this is kind of interesting, I don't care who you talk to, you just work harder.
Rule number 3 is pursue freedom.
the reason that people pursue entrepreneurship is not about the greed of money, it's about the pursuit of personal freedom. Everybody in this room wants to be successful, and in entrepreneurship, the way to define success is you make money. And then eventually there comes a time in your life when you wake up and you say, I'm rich. I never saw it coming. And I could do whatever I want. And most of the time what people do is work even harder because they like what they do. That's what entrepreneurship's about. It's setting yourself free to spend your time, your day in the things that you want to do. And the great part about it is nobody can tell you what that is. It's only you. That's the whole deal right there.
Rule number 4 is buy quality things.
I've made mistakes, but let me tell you a lesson my mother taught me, and I saw it happen because she's passed away a long time ago. She, we were not a wealthy family, but she loved Chanel. She was crazy about Chanel women's clothing, jackets and skirts. Chanel. That's really expensive. But she, rather than buy 5 dresses a year, she bought 2 Chanel jackets a year. That's it. When she passed away, there was a cat fight in my family amongst the women for those vintage Chanel jackets, which had appreciated in value over decades. Classic vintage Chanel is a big deal for women because they still look spectacular. It's classic fashion. And that kind of taught me something. Buy good shit. Buy less good shit. And, instead of more crap. So buy a good pair of sneakers. Buy the best. Buy the best suit you can buy. And keep it. Because it's, rather than 40 pieces of shit, buy 2 good things. Same philosophy with watches. Same thing with cars. Same thing with guitars. I like good shit, and it goes up in value.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight our favorite lessons from the video that will inspire you to remember what you learned today and actually apply them. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. Rule number 5 is trust your gut.
I remember on the last week, the graduating class, and in those, it's sort of like an amphitheater with about 100 people in it. And you've been there for 2 years, you got your little nameplate in front, and they bring in guest lecturers to talk to you before you jump into the real world. And this guy comes in, and he says, I'll never forget it. He walks up, the professor hands him the floor, and he just goes in the middle and just looks up at everybody. For maybe it felt like forever, but it was really maybe 60 seconds. Didn't say a word. And the whole room, you could have heard a pin drop. I'll never forget it. And then he says, you guys think you're so hot. You think that you've come here and you've got an MBA and you're going to go out in the world and you're going to rock and you're going to be incredibly successful. I've got news for you. For 2/3 of you, the world is going to chew you up and spit you out. You have no idea what's going to happen to you. You are so irrelevant. You have proven nothing. You've done nothing. You think an MBA means something? It's worthless. And I remember the guy beside me, he'd been beside me for 2 years. And we were up in the 1 row down from the top so we could chat all the time.
Hide a little bit, yeah.
And so I said to him, Barry was his name. I said, Barry, this guy is such a, what an he is. What an arrogant he is. Well, guess what? He was right. He was 100% right. And the reason he pointed that out was the idea that your experiences make you who you are over time as an entrepreneur, as a parent, as a person, as whatever you are, as a brand, whatever you are. It's your experiences and how you deal with them that gives you that equity over time. And for many people, they can't make it. It doesn't work out for them. They don't have what it takes to take on the abuse that the world's going to throw at you. And just to give you full circle in a kumbaya, circle of life, Lion King kind of moment, I got caught saying the same thing a couple of months ago at the Harvard MBA group.
Bend the other knee if you have to. Again, feel the power of you controlling, finding your balance. Thinking about what you're doing right now. Always adjusting, readjusting, adapting until you find that balance, that peace. All right, and let's switch now. 10 seconds on the other side. Okay, again, find your balance and hold it. Pull that leg back. Bend the knee if you have to. Feel the stretch on the front of the thigh. Not the pain, just the stretch, the little pull. Alright, and let's hug our knee, the other knee, here we go. Bring it right up again, finding that balance. If you lose that balance, you just get right back. Get it right back and keep going. Adjusting, thinking, never giving up. All right, and switch to the other side. Slowly bring it up. Pull that leg all the way up, hug that knee. All right, excellent. Okay, let's sit down and reach for our toes, straight knees. Here we go. Reach. Again, it doesn't matter if you touch your toes. What matters is the reaching, the striving. But working hard without hurting ourselves. That's the joy, that's the pure joy we have to experience every day. Striving to be better, better selves. True, great selves. Okay, V shape with your legs and reach for the floor as far as you can. Away from your body. And you should feel a pull on the inside of your inner thighs. Not pain, just a pull. And reach for one side, hold it there. And switch to the other side. Always thinking about your breathing. Okay, and feet together. Gently push your knees down with your elbows and hold it for 10. I love you, son. I love you, everyone. I love you, double I. Infinite intelligence. We are infinitely intelligent, all of us. All right, one leg forward, one leg back. Keep that knee on the ground. Go as far back as you can. Feel the power of the peace of this moment when you working your mind and body. And switch to the other side. There's nothing that can take this away from you right here, right now. Your presence is your greatest gift. Okay, and let's roll onto our bellies and push the floor or the ground and look up at the sky or ceiling. Here we go. Awesome. Great work, everyone. And legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Taking control of our breathing like we take control of our minds. Doing what we were born to do. Win control of our minds. Now see yourself today when that music goes on. See yourself doing the best on any exercise you choose. Something you want to get better at, whatever it is. For me today, I'm going to be working on doing as many push-ups as I can for one song, right to the end of the song, and as many air squats in the other song for as long as I can until the song's over. How about you? You can do the same thing as me if you like. But whatever you do, whatever exercise movement you do, see it in your mind, see yourself safely doing it within the space you have, wherever you are right now. See yourself doing a little bit better than you did last time on that particular exercise, or dance, or movement, whatever it is. See it in your mind right now, as I do the same. That music goes on. We're going to make it real. We're going to win. We're going to bring our vision to life. That's your determination. That's why we are determination. We determine, we see it in our minds, and we do it. We make it real in our lives. All right, let's go, determination, let's go. Here I go, as many push-ups as I can do within the song, this song. If you don't like this music, you can put on your own music. Music changes your energy, brings you to your true state of joy and happiness. So, here we go, let's go, determination, let's do this. Loving the process, striving to be better than last time. Doing the best we can with what we got. That's determination. Song's not over. Get back at it again. Deep breaths. Slow down breathing. Recharge. Here we go. Sometimes I like to do this is for the duration of the song, do as many reps as I can on a certain exercise. I just keep going until the song's over. It's one way to do it, to measure yourself and see, compare it from last time to the next step. Whatever it is you're doing, the same thing. There we go. Song's not over, I'm gonna keep going. It's a good determination. You don't stop, you keep going. Squeeze out a few more here before the song's over. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, keep going. Keep going. Whatever exercise you're doing. Out of my effort. At that point where you think you got more, there's always a little bit more. Let's keep going, everybody. Keep moving. Song's not over. song, the music inside us. Remember, bring it out. Let's move. My music is determination. I share it with you all the time. What's yours? Bring it out. There's something in you. Something great. I would say it's simply you. The real you. Bring it out all the time. Here we go. Little break before we get to air squats. Song's almost over. Alright, here we go for air squats. Next song's about to begin.
Are you ready to bubble? Everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 bubbling, dance all night, we go dance all night. Yo, are you ready to bubble? Dance all night, we go dance all night. Ha ha, we want to see ya. Dance all night, we go dance all night. Dance all, dance all, dance all, dance. All right, y'all. Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubbling, yo. Bubbly, 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 bum bum bum, 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 bubbly, 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 bum bubble, bubble, bubble. All right, make way when you see me pass through, and they come with me too. You don't know what to do. Drinks up, hands up, everything in the air. Everybody done young, there's a party over here. That's right, the drinks just bubbling. Watch how we wine while the DJ juggling. He got the whole dance floor just bubbling. Champagne bottles just popping. We going on, I guess I'm making us stop. Let's party hard tonight. So going non-stop until the sunlight. We going non-stop until the sunlight. The club done full, only woman inside. It's a good night to get we head tight. It's a good night to get we head tight. Buckle up this party going for a flight. Green drinks, we don't care, we go down.
Asian, isn't he?
Here's Suarez again, and now Messi. They just come apart here for Dortmund.
Good morning, everybody. I want to share with you a powerful thought that I just thought of today, and it's helped me so much in my life. It's from Stephen Covey, and it is this: nobody or nothing can hurt you without your consent. Think about that statement for a moment. At first, it might seem ludicrous. So think about a thought, a comment, or any sort of negative thing that may happen to you. Let me give you an example. So I work with students all the time, and one of the things the younger ones especially will come up to me with is, Mr. Francis, so-and-so did this to me, or she said this about me. And then I always say to them now, and who decides whether that's true or not? And then they stop. You should see the look on their face. They're just, and then they say, me? I said, that's right. You decide what's true about you. So I hope this helps everyone. Apply it to your life. You're not a victim. Have a great day. Good morning, everybody.
I realized I was saying the same thing that guy said to me decades ago. I said to these kids, you're all think you're hot, your Harvard MBAs, you are nothing burgers. You are nothing. And so there you have it. What he really explained was the idea of experience and how you have to listen to your gut to navigate the bombs of your career. And you have to trust it. You have to trust your gut. Every time I've lost dough, every time, and I've lost plenty, luckily I've had more successes than failures, is when I didn't listen to my gut, which is my experience. And I should have, and he was right. He was absolutely right. It was great information, but I couldn't assimilate it because I couldn't put it in context. Now I understand it. So number 2 is you need to build that experience and all the way through, listen to your gut. Even when you're young, your gut will tell you. You'll know when it's right and wrong. And don't go against your intuition. That is actually your radar. That's your DNA speaking to you, figuring out what the next move is going to be.
Rule number 6 is stay humble.
You're always serving somebody else. No matter how rich you think you are, there's somebody else richer. There's somebody else bigger. And that's really something I've learned, that you got to be humble, because no matter how good you think you are, there's somebody better. And it lets you think about getting better yourself. You're never the king. Never.
Rule number 7 is appreciate the lessons.
I have failed a lot. Many failures. I can give you some. I just gave you one earlier. I lost hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, at least on paper, for a long time shorting Yahoo. That was a big mistake. Stupid of me to do that. Then I started a business. I've started many startups when I was an operator that actually failed. One was involved with one of the giant cable companies, and I probably spent about 18 months on that. Made no money, lost a lot. I think in that case about $750,000. Ouch, that hurts. It really stung. I've invested in other deals. Some were friends, some were other business associates that went to zero. Generally, in a startup, I'll put up about $250,000 and wait and see what happens, then put more in. And there was one that I put $250 into, and then within 6 months, they needed more money. Even though my gut was telling me don't invest in it, I put another $250, and within 6 months, lost another $500,000. I've made many mistakes, but I learn from my mistakes. That's the key. I am not going to be successful in everything I do. And I want you to embrace that idea as an entrepreneur. You are not going to be successful all the time. You will make many, many mistakes. And it's okay. It's okay as long as you learn from it. Now, I don't make the same mistakes anymore. I make new mistakes. I learn from those again. And that's what's called experience. The difference between when you start your career and when you get to the middle of it in the end is all the mistakes you've made and what you've learned from them. And the older you get, the more you've learned. And that's the whole idea. And when I work with young entrepreneurs today and with my teams and my companies, I try and explain to them the mistakes I've made so they don't make the same ones. That's the whole idea. But I've made millions of dollars of mistakes. And I once ran as a politician and lost millions of dollars doing that. Was that a mistake or was that a learning experience? I still haven't decided yet. But it's sort of those experiences in life are made up. The patina of life, the rust of life, the coating of life is all the experiences, not just the successes, but the failures you've made. Now, do I like losing money? No. Do I cry like a baby when it happens? Yes. Because I know how hard it is to make it. Really hard. And I hate to lose it. But I make sure that I distill the essence of that lesson. That's very, very important.
Rule number 8 is set achievable goals.
Let me give you some data which you may find interesting, because I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. The majority of the money I've made in companies that I was part of founding and then were operated by another CEO, the majority has come from companies run by women. Now, I'm not trying to start gender warfare here. I'd give money to a goat if I could get a return. I don't care. But you have to ask yourself, what are they doing that is making these outcomes? And remember, these are multiple sectors. I'm talking about insecticide companies, gym equipment companies, commercial kitchens. We have a wireless charging company. I mean, they're all different. And yet the outcomes, women are better. Why? So we did some research. We said, we got to figure this out, because why don't we find out what the great companies are doing and share it with our portfolio companies aren't doing so well? And what we discovered was
rather interestingly, if you look at women-run companies and you look at, because we have all the data, what did they forecast for sales in a quarter? What did they achieve? And then look at the ones run by men. In the case of women, they achieve their goals quarterly 90% of the time, okay? 90. In the case of ones run by men, 65% of the time. Wow. But the men had sales targets 30% higher. So they were really doing what I call the testosterone stretch, really saying, let's go for it, and only hitting it 65% of the time. Now, why would that manifest itself in a difference in cash flow? You got to ask that question, right? Here's why. In a company where the whole team consistently hits goals, the culture becomes very sticky and nobody wants to leave. There's no staff turnover, there's no disruption in revenue, there's no disruption in accounting, compliance. The team is stuck together. And the ones where they only hit their target 65% of the time, there's a lot of unhappiness and angst, particularly in the sales force. And their staff turnover is much higher. So when we put this new policy in place, you set targets that you hit. We did this 3 years ago now with all the companies. I don't care if there's no growth in your target, but if you hit the target, we started to see lower turnover. And now in the companies that were not doing well, cash flow is up 18%. That's something you should, if it's the only thing you remember today when I'm talking about, set goals you can achieve and watch things happen. Because people want to work in a winning, it's like playing for Brady. Nobody wants to leave the team. Yeah. The guy
remembering our breathing, how hard things are getting with our body. I love it. I love working on my determination every day. I would love nothing more than for you to continue always determining to do your best in everything you do. Not just exercising your body, but exercising your mind. As we do this, push our body, we also push our minds to become our true great self. Burning my legs. Alright, stopping the way. Time's not over. Gotta keep going. Deep breath here. How about you? Keep going. Keep using your determination. Whatever you're doing, you're dancing, you're doing your own exercise, your own push-ups, your squats, whatever. You're following me, let's go. Keep going. Here we go. Song's not over. Music's not done. Your music, your true energy is never done. No matter what. Keep going. Keep good form. Stay safe as you're getting tired. Make sure. Always remember, control your mind in the heat of controlling your body. We may not get to where we want to go today, but we're going to keep going. That's the joy. That's the process. That's the real you that keeps going. Always trying to get better, no matter what. Song's not over. I gotta get better. I gotta keep going. Here we go. You too, wherever you are. Come on, let's go. Determination. Let's go. Bring it up. Bring it up. All right. Well done.
Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Hi again, everyone. Today, Sadhguru shares with us his rule number 9 for success. And it's a huge one, I think, especially in light of today's world and especially in light of all the mind health challenges, anxieties, depressions, things that are rooted to our thoughts. So this is what he says to us. He says, don't set incentives for sickness. So what that means is you are the creator and the controller of your mind, your thoughts. So you are the one that decides what is going to hold you back. So an example is things like the weather. We often say, oh, today the weather's not sunny and not exactly the way I want it. So immediately we start to put ourselves in a state where we're allowing the weather to control us. It's the same with our health, especially our mind health. If we stay in that negative state, we are perpetuating the feelings that come with it. Hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
It just keeps winning Super Bowls.
Rule number 9 is be committed.
You have to sacrifice everything. Is that true, you think?
There is no other way. It's a global competition. Your competitor is going to work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. And if you don't, they'll just kick your butt. It is a total commitment. It is so hard to do. And the only way to know it is to do it. And it's not instant riches, that's for sure. It's really, most entrepreneurs work for years before they achieve success. It's tough, but if it's in your blood, then you pursue it, and the outcomes can be really good. And it lets you work harder at other stuff. I mean, I go back to what I said, at the beginning of this conversation. It's a lifestyle. It's not a destination. It's a journey, and you have to be ready to go on that rocky road, and all the good and bad and ugly that comes with it.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is set priorities.
What makes a winning pitch, in your opinion? How is that different from other pitches that don't get the funding?
Yeah, there's 3 attributes. And the reason I have this data is the show Shark Tank is on in 42 countries. Some it's the generic American tape with, voiceover to the language of that geography, and others is new productions like Canada and England and Australia and New Zealand, Brazil and Mexico, where it's called Lion's Den in Germany and Dragon's Den in Australia, whatever. It's the same idea. And it doesn't matter what geography, what language, the entrepreneurial adventure is the same. So there was a little research done about 4 years ago that took the unedited tape from all the pitches that actually got funded, did not determine the outcome of the business. They weren't looking for that. They were trying to figure out, in the period that you were engaging with the investor, what were common attributes that achieved success? So It turns out, not in just some of the cases, 100% of the cases, 3 attributes existed. Here they are. If it's the only thing you guys remember from this, this is it. So you should write these down. They'll serve you well in the future. And I consider these attributes the definition of leadership in any sector, because I don't care if you're a preacher, a politician, an entrepreneur, a mother, a father. No one follows you if you don't know where you're going. So here are the 3 issues. Number 1, can you articulate the opportunity in 90 seconds or less? The whole idea of presenting an opportunity is to define it very quickly. What is it that you have that could be such a great opportunity? What idea is it? But if you can't explain it, and most of the great pitches you can explain in 30 seconds. Here's what I do. This is why I'm here. This is my product. This is my service. So you only get 90 seconds for that. Now this is very important. Great ideas, and this is number 2. Great ideas are a dime a dozen. What's really rare are executional skills. So now you have the ear of the investor. You could be in a VC pitch, you could be in an elevator, you could be on Shark Tank carpet, whatever. Okay, I like the idea. Why can you make it happen? What is it about you and your team that can execute on this? Do you know the sector? Have you done this before? Have you worked for a competitor? Have you failed 3 times and figured out the mistakes you made? I personally would rather invest in an entrepreneur that's failed and felt the sting of failure and is highly motivated to get out there and fix what they did wrong because they've learned from it. But that doesn't matter. What matters is to tie your executional skills to the idea so that all of a sudden you're mitigating risk for the investor. Great idea, great team, and I can feel the change in a room. In the context of Shark Tank, you can start to see all these sharks start to say, hey, what do we got here?
Yeah.
And because you have to have executional skills. But there's one more, and this one's the killer. I've seen this happen so many times. So let's put it back in the context of Shark Tank. You've beat out 100,000 applications to be one of the 240 companies that tapes. And you're there, you have your moment, you got the first one right. Everybody loves your idea. You got the second one right, you've convinced everybody that you're the right person to execute. And then this happens. You have to know your numbers. How big is the market? How fast is it growing? What's the gross margins? What's the break-even analysis? How many competitors do you have? You have to have those right on the tip of your tongue, because that is the glue that binds. If you get onto Shark Tank carpet and you've got everybody else in your deal and you don't know your numbers, you deserve to burn in hell in perpetuity, and I will personally put you there. And I've done it many times. You have to know your numbers. It's the language of business. You get those 3 right, the probability of a deal goes up geometrically higher. And it's in every single successful pitch. I learned this from a woman CEO years ago, to actually carry with you all the time, and I have it right here. If I don't have my big notebook, I carry a small one with me, paper, just paper. And what I've got in here are notes, and I carry a pen with me all the time. I love to collect pens. This is a new Egyptian Mont Blanc. When something hits me, wherever I am, I remember to write it down. And the reason I do that is I build a priority set that I put down each night. And out of all the priorities of the day, I carry 3 into the next day. Because you can even see, here's a day, you can see that a bunch of stuff has been, a bunch of priorities there, but I've basically done them. I got them done. But this idea of prioritizing ends up being a really big deal. So that's attribute number 1. Politicians, teachers, generals, CEOs, they build a data set in their heads of things they've got to get done. And they don't do anything else until they've achieved those. For me, it's sticky note on the mirror each night. I've talked about this countless times. And I don't do anything else till I get those 3 done. And they're built from the list that I generate during the day. So definitely for all successful people, regardless of what their discipline is, that idea of priority really matters.
For 10 more amazing rules from Mark Cuban, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
What are you doing? I am really, really, really good at sales. I'm going to find a sales job. I am going to get that job and I'm going to learn more about that industry than anybody on the planet.
And here we go. Back to controlling our breathing. Back to controlling our minds. Feel the power of your heart beating faster right now. Your heart. That's the power of determination. Your heart always knows what's best. Your heart can feel and sense things that your mind cannot. But they both need each other equally. When our minds, hearts, bodies unite, that energy, our power to determine, that's determination, who we really are.